welcome to Apex Esports League. I'm JT. Tonight we're on live for the Pagnian Advanced Simulation GT3 Championship, and it is round 4 tonight. We did get away a little bit later. We didn't expect that we wouldn't be able to run at all, as we did just have a big power outage with it only just all coming back on. So a quick rush to try and get this going so we can at least be able to catch some qualifying at this rate as well. We'll take a quick look at the session before we jump over so we don't waste too much time. We are at Misano World Circuit Marco Simoncelli Grand Prix. There's 10 minutes of practice, 10 minutes of qualifying, a 40-minute race. Is generated weather, and the time of day for the round is late afternoon, and all cars are capped at 46% fuel, so they will need to stop for a fuel stop to be able to finish out the race. And our championship standings after round 3, Dylan O'Shea is our series leader on 720 points, and then followed by Simon Mazzomo in P2 and Samuel Smith in P3. Our results last week were at Daytona Road Course, and Sam Smith was the one that took the race win, and then the fastest lap of the race went to Dylan O'Shea, so helping with that series lead. We'll take a look at the track and see we're going to actually get, it's actually going even to qualifying. We're not going to get the track map, but it is 4.2 kilometers long. It's only 65% humidity, so it's a nicer round compared to the previous rounds, and temperature currently is 21 degrees. We'll see how our drivers are faring in the start of the qualifying now. If you're joining us for the stream, do jump in the chat, say hello. Bear with me as I was trying to get sorted. So I haven't got half the things ready for the stream, so I'm trying to do all that on the fly so we can get to you with some racing action. Sure can, mate. Hopefully that just worked for you. There's about 27 registered for the session so far. Let me know if that didn't work as well. Actually, that probably didn't work. Just noticed, because I haven't quite loaded up my admin command, so that'll be done in a moment. Watching. Should be cleared for Bradbury's car, number 35. He's in the chat asking DQ on the qualifying. Right, so we should be able to click down through and see how everyone's going now. Misano is a wonderful track. It is very fast. It's a great flowing track, but still very technical. It's going to be making it rather difficult to get some of the passes done in the corners. It's a very superbike track. Low curbs. And ample hairpins. chat as well. Visibility's so much nicer compared to last week's round. Daytona, 100% humidity. DQ cleared out. So that's the qualifying. A few drivers left out on track, so we didn't get to catch all of them. Yep. So we didn't get a whole lot of qualifying out of it in the end. At least we will get to see the race unfold. Having a bit of a smaller field compared to last week's going to be really quite nice for a track like Misano. David Simmons looking at the last qualifying lap. Oh, big slide. There's been some artwork changes on the track as well since the last patch. Let's take a look at these qualifying results. And Daniel Benefield takes pole position for round 4 with Dylan O'Shea in P2, and then the rest of the grid being Caleb Dawson, Simon Mazzomo, Ash Davis, Luke Swan, Russell Gander, Stephen Banks, Mick Clifton, Craig Schultz, Simon Chadwick, Ricky Hyde, Nicholas Martin, Andrew Rushworth, Sam Tucker, Matthew Shanahan, Stephen Luckhurst, and Brad Hayes. And then 19 through to 26, we then have Ricky Bunt, Matthew Scholes, John Gallen, Stephanie Piccoli, David Simmons, Hayden Sell, Robbie Bradbury, and Hayden Benefield. So they be getting set for the rolling start now. Looks like we're going to be getting it's going to be a full parade lap here as well. Lucky for Big Rubber, got that DQ cleared out for him. Underway. It's actually the second little control tower for the flagman there that we saw. Might have been pit lane, but it wasn't. It's not the full parade lap. Desperately trying to get some temp in before they get the green. Track temperatures 22 degrees, ambient 21. It's about a full parade lap. Only for 4 minutes. It's an opportunity to try and get the cars up to temp before they see the safety car dart off. Of the way through the lap at the moment. Car goes in. Race will be over to Daniel Benefield.
Green flag, green flag.
Green, away we go. Oh, there's some chaos at the back. Right on pit straight as well. That's Shanahan and Chadwick that's been caught out here. There was a few more that were nicked up into it. Oh, Dylan. Sorry, Nicholas Martin showing as being the leader. That's rather interesting. iRacing got a little bit confused there. Shea is in the lead. Thanks for the follow, Cultivated. Dylan O'Shea getting the run out of the rolling start. Setups for the front runners at the moment. Having to contest too hard here. iRacing's data has gone very strange. So I just have to hope that after it crosses this lap it might fix things up with the data. Movement going on here between Ash Davis and Simon Zomo. few cars coming in that obviously caught up in that start incident. It's Ricky Hyde also being caught. Chadwick's come in. Simmons is in. I think that's retirement for Shanahan. The Spartans been into the pits and come back out and still shows as a leader. Very interesting. Just looks like a contact for Ricky Hyde as he's just left pits. Shea starting to put a pretty good gap over Daniel Benefield. Zomo is now closed in pretty quick on Caleb Dawson. There we go, iRacing fixes up that little position discrepancy. Goes for a move to the inside, get enough space to be able to stay there. So he's on some big moves. He was contesting Josh Davis before. Josh Davis has pulled away a fair bit. Pace is pushing on here, but Dawson's able to keep him at bay for now. Battle going on between Hayden Sell and Andrew Rushworth. A few cars ahead. There's also Sam Tucker and Mick Clifton. Oh, Clifton goes up close. Battle's intensifying here between Dawson and Misano. Oh, he's right on his tail. It's going to get him, but there's going to be followed up in the left hand as he loses out that corner. Great racecraft between the two. Moves the cover. On board with Simon Mazzomo in this hot chase that's been going on. Going door to door. Great, clean defensive driving, some great offensive. He gets him. He's not giving it up easy. Mustang holds on. Oh, it's going to be hard to be able to keep pace here through that hairpin. Zomo's got him so far. Dawson not giving it away at all. Kept the nose in. You want this bit of track, you got to take it from me. Gets the pass done. Jeez, that was almost a full lap to be able to get a full pass done. That they were just side by side and completely aware of each other. That was phenomenal. They did manage to lose a fair bit of speed over the course of that lap during the battles. Now Luke Swan's been able to come up and catch up to the two. Dylan O'Shea loving it out the front at the moment. 2-second gap on lap 6. Benefield at the moment, I think just more playing a keep pace game, not pushing too hard. There is some lap traffic starting to come. Oh, and it's bunched up here, fighting for a spot in the top 10. For the first few laps at the green light, there was several cars that got caught up on pit straight. It's Nicholas Martin and Matthew Shanahan that got angled the most. They come through. We had about 4 or 5 cars have to come in and make some repairs afterwards. So we've had David Simmons, Simon Chadwick, Stephanie Piccoli, Ricky Hyde, Brad Hayes, Nicholas Martin needing to come in for repairs off that incident. Well, there's some debris on the track as well as a damaged car. That's Russell Gander's car. Ooh, there's a big blink there. Clifton's been on the chase with Tucker for a while. Swings out. It's going to be in the prime position for the following corner. And you can take a fair bit of curb through that first turn. And it really opens up the speed into turn 2. Trying to maintain that line through turn 1 and then prime yourself for a pass in turn 2 or even turn 3 would be a pretty optimal position. So we saw a similar strategy being played when we were watching the battle between Dawson and Misano before. That defensive cover we saw Dawson make is not just a defensive move, but also just to ensure that it gets that fast line down through turn 1. Good move there by Clifton. Been chasing that battle for a while. Shade still leads, pushed out the gap more now. A 2.7 gap to P2 now. Thanks for the follow, McCanton. Hayden and Andrew Rushworth close back into each other again. Rushworth had dropped back a bit, so there must have been an error or a little incident for Rushworth calling him to drop back out of that battle before. Two met together again. Peels off. So they'll get about 30 minutes worth of fuel, so they're all within pit window now. Bradbury's coming at the same time as Rushworth. Several fronts around Misano so far. They did space out fairly quickly within the first lap. They just kept a nice gap to train for a good while. Mid-pack here is still going strong. P19 after his stop. He's had a much longer pit stop, 1 minute 4 total journey down pit lane. 23.4 seconds stop in the box compared to the other drivers that were around Clifton at the time. 13 seconds in the box for Rushworth. Bradbury 11.5, who's just behind as well. I did just notice we've got Stephen Banks in the session as well. Had him out on track for a while. It's good to see him out on track. Well, the Rush are trying to get this stream up and going after the delay of the power outages. Didn't get all settled into this as I normally do. as well. It's almost reaching the halfway point, currently on lap 12. Seconds from lapping P20 at this point. Cars coming to the pits now. Sagander and Hayden Benefield coming with Benefield just leaving. Still has Stephen Banks sitting with him. Yeah, that McLaren does look hot. Stops yet for any of the race leaders. So we'll follow Drury, brother. Two Benefields related? I'm not sure. Cars, paintwork. So, not sure, could be a possibility. We have had many of the same names in the sessions before. Some have been related, so could be a possibility. Now 12.3 second lead for Dylan O'Shea. Things are looking very well for him in the round. It's going to be even better for the series lead. Big off track for Stephen Banks. Report of crash. Car looks alright, so must have just been an off track. Time gap between Caleb Dawson and Luke Swan. Side by side for Hayden Sell and Robbie Bradbury. Benfield's been in and taken the fuel. They're going to have around 7-8 minutes worth of fuel remaining. Oh, slide. It's Matthew Scholes reverses the car off the line as quick as possible. It's a very fast-flowing corner. Not a whole lot of visibility. We're going to be expecting a car to be sideways on the racing line. It's quick recovery work there. Bunt's been holding on here, pretty much the same gap for the majority of this run behind Sam Tucker. Feeling the pits, they're going to be racing in the box. They're even not positioned too far from each other either. O'Shea closing to Mick Clifton's car. He sneaks through. Tucker released much quicker than Bun. Yeah, costly box time for Bun, 21.9 seconds. 13.3 for Tucker. Bunt's going to have some work to try and catch back up to be able to continue that battle. Race leader Dylan O'Shea's come in. Mizomo's just arrived. Dawson is in. Ash Davis is in. It's giving her a good rev while they're sitting. Sneaks straight back. It's Nicholas Martin. Super quick entrance back onto the track. Daniel Benfield up in P2. John Gallen not yet coming in for fuel. Some of the ones that did already go in will have to top in. Here he comes. Actually giving us a tidier pit lane camera now. That's convenient. And Sell together again. And some lap traffic to contend with here as well. Stuck the nose up far enough to get the position. Cell moves into P9. A lot of gaps now, sitting around the 1 second of the closest gap. 0.36 between Rushworth and Cell at the moment. Three-quarters of the way through the race. Shade does look very comfortable out there. Had about an average box time as well, 12.58 seconds. The total pit lane time was 52.28 for O'Shea. And the quickest overall was Daniel Benefield. Schultz and Banks back at it again. Simmons now on the blue flags as the two come through. Moves aside for him. That's not going to be the optimal line for him down through turn one. They get through cleanly and safely. It's good actually to see a second McLaren out there. David Simmons has been the lone wolf in the series so far. I do love those flames. Starting to fall back. There's been a few more pits going on for those drivers that are caught up the race start incident. Gap's been teetering between Charles and Martin over the course of this lap. Pace for Charles is going to bring it in over this lap. Banks is looking to go for a move. He's going to stick there and he's going to have this pass. There's a gap put over at the same time for Banks. Nicely done. Ganders closing in on Mick Clifton and Sam Tucker. Nice and close. Big Clifton. Assuming his previous battle. Tucker's Mustang. Looks like it's clouded over a little bit. Covered over and being in the late afternoon as the sun's going down. There's a car off ahead. I think that looks like John Gallen's car. .22 has stayed pretty steady for the track temperature. Opportunity to try and go for a move and get past Tucker. Oh, I think that was a tap. Clifton goes and gets a quick move. A super comfy lead for Dylan O'Shea. Lap 24. 2 minutes left on the clock and a 10.4 second lead. It's extending as he's going. And thanks for the follow there as well. Leaders not having to have heavily fought for their spots in tonight's race. Dylan O'Shea moving the lead from the rolling start. Not sure what was going on there for Benefield. he's caught up to Rushworth. And got one more lap about to go for an extra spot. So it's now or never for the two to go for that position. Peyton Sells just had to bring the car into the pits. White flag. There's a checkered flag to Dylan O'Shea. A phenomenal drive tonight. Uncontested to have to take the race win. Solid lead on that. It's going to be looking great for the series lead. Daniel Benefield, fantastic job. Take podium in P2. Simon Misano in P3. Dawson comes across the line in P4. Davis P5. Thanks, brilliant run in P6 as well. Craig Schultz P7. Two stuck together. Good portion of that race as well. It's well done to the two. Not able to get a spot on Rushworth over the course of the last lap. Oh, super close. Clifton nearly had a run to be able to steal it at the finish line. Some great battles from those two tonight as well. Cars crashing for their photos. That looks like all our drivers crossed the line. Some celebration burnouts going on for Dylan O'Shea, and rightly deserved. And we'll take a look at the results now. They should be ready for us to see. Race results for the Pagnian Advanced Simulation GT3 Championship Round 4 at Misano. Dylan O'Shea, our race winner, followed on the podium by Daniel Benefield in P2 and Simon Mizomo in P3. And the rest of our standings is then Caleb Dawson, Ash Davis, Stephen Banks, Craig Schultz, Hayden Benefield, Luke Swan, Andrew Rushworth, Robbie Bradbury, Sam Tucker, Mick Clifton, Russell Gander, Hayden Sell, Ricky Bunt, Stephen Luckhurst, Nicholas Martin. And we have Brad Hayes, Matthew Scholes, Simon Chadwick, Ricky Hyde, Stephanie Piccoli, John Gallen, David Simmons, and Matthew Shanahan. See if our drivers are finished doing victory burnouts and ready to jump in and have a chat. Aries Power Miner, thanks for tuning in. Drivers too shy for a chat last week. Give them a moment to see if they're set to jump over and jump on live for a talk. Still hear some burnouts going on in the background. chatting tonight. They've not jumped across. That's more than okay. It was great to be able to watch them out on track anyway. So it was a fantastic round to watch. It's going to be a great one again next week, as well as we'll be heading over to the UK for Brands Hatch, and it's going to be probably a good chance of rain as well. So we did actually have our first large forecast last week for Daytona, but we didn't still see that, and that was a 77% chance rain. I think it is a higher percent chance for Brands Hatch, so it'll be interesting to see if we get that, and then it'll make it very tough out there at Brands in the wet, and it'll be very fitting being a UK track as well. And once again, thanks for everyone tuning in tonight. It's a pleasure to be able to still get the stream going, even though we were a little bit late and only caught the back end of the qualifying. At least we did catch the race and see those fantastic battles. So thank you once again, and also a big thanks to our sponsors and partners: Pagnian Advanced Simulation, Next Level Racing, W Fanatec, Stump Grinding Central Coast, Razor, and Chubby Buns Burgers. And hopefully we'll see you next time.